Welcome to day 3. Today, I'm going to be focusing on two big conferences, Square-Enix and Microsoft. We'll be watching Square-Enix first because I just got home from yoga. I'm trying to eat a little bit of food before this all starts. But we've got about 15 minutes before that begins. Unfortunately, the weather has decided to get hotter today, so I do have to run my AC throughout our recording today. So I apologize for the noise, but at the very least, it's only affecting me, not the audio, on the game side of things, because we're not doing that. While we're waiting, though, I figured that I'll look and see what other stuff might have been announced, because there's other people doing things. And apparently Oyuden Chronicles had an update during the Microsoft trailer, and that's one of my most anticipated games. So let's go ahead and watch that now. I love the artwork for this game. The music's also proven to be very good, which, given the composers behind this, it's unsurprising. Seeing a few new faces here, alongside the stuff they've been showing off. Oh, this game just looks so beautiful! Oh great, they're being goofy! I love it! Don't worry, folks, we are going to do a top 10 of E3, and this will probably be there, because it looks good. Oh, this character's already a favorite. Oh, yay. Yay, I'm so excited. I think I need to brighten this just a bit. Okay, so this must be the extra game. That's like the first we've even seen it. That was awesome. Here we go. Well, at least we've got Matt Mercer. No, we're just getting right into it. Here's the new Eidos Montreal game. Wow, okay. This is interesting. Oh, it's a Guardians of the Galaxy game. Okay. Square's really leaning into these Marvel licenses. Will this be better than Marvel Avengers, is the question. I would say that these designs are better than the ones they did for the Avengers game. But if it's another looter-shooter game, don't really know how much interest there's going to be for it. It looks good. It looks better than Avengers does. But it really needs to be a single-player focused game. And the fact that you seemingly are only Star-Lord, that could be a problem. Hey, Mantis. What a world we live in, that we can now actually be seeing a Guardians of the Galaxy mainstream video game like this. But yeah, that's got to be a single-player game or it's going to have nothing going on. Yay! They're remastering Final Fantasy. And they are remastering all 6. All 6. Well, I got one of those wishes to come true. So that means that they're localizing them all in their original format for the first time on Steam and mobile. Yay, that's not the platforms I expected that to come out on. Square. I'm glad they're doing it though. I'm glad they're finally taking that step to do it. The next step is actually getting it onto consoles. Square. Here's Legend of Mana. Looks like, I don't know if this is a new intro for the remaster. It doesn't really show anything about the gameplay, but the intro was pretty. Alright, so here's the new game, although they're currently talking. I am so jazzed about this game. So she uses empathy and is able to really get into people's emotions. And I am an empath myself. And while my senses of empathy are not supernatural like they appear in this game, I do feel this. I can pick up on that. And so it's really cool that there's a game talking specifically about this and having a character that goes like beyond what I can do and feeling that emotional strength coming from other people and trying to figure out how to balance that with your own emotions. So really, really, really cool concept. So, like, right now you just heard what he was thinking. And there's a secret that he doesn't want to share with his girlfriend. And Alex has picked up on it. So she can use Zenobas on particularly strong emotions from certain characters. Which allows you to see memories and other fragmented thoughts. But some are life-threatening. Because they're very powerful. So depending on these particular situations, it will have deep ramifications for the rest of the story. And ultimately, the goal of the game is to figure out what happened to Alex's brother. And understanding her powers even more. I'm pretty hyped for this game. We're done. Alright, here's just a little break before we get into Microsoft. Underwhelming. I got one of the two things I asked for in the worst possible way. So I guess Steam fans of the original Final Fantasy games will be excited, and I'm sure that at some point Square-Enix will eventually port those to Switch and PS4, 5, and Xbox Series in one. But what a bad move to just say Steam and mobile for those, because people want to play those. Square Enix? My goodness. My goodness. I'm just dumbfounded. Life is Strange True Colors looks great. I'm still excited about that. The Edgelord Final Fantasy Team Ninja collab, it looked good. I don't know if it's a game I'd ever play, but it looked good. Guardians of the Galaxy was way too much of this presentation, and they had to try to keep that Avengers thing going, so that was also a chunk of the presentation. And they didn't really get into anything else. They briefly touched on Legend of Mana, Neo, The World Ends With You, which is so close to release they probably don't want to spoil anything else on it, really. Nothing for Taito. Yeah. I can't say that this was a great conference for Square Enix, and it's a shame because 2 years ago they had a banger of a conference, and it just wasn't happening today. So we're starting with Todd Howard. So we're getting a look at Starfield, but I'm going to skip to actually seeing the game. No one on this channel cares about Todd Howard. And he made an absolute ass of himself with Fallout 76. So we don't need to see Todd Howard. We will watch Starfield and see what it's about. Well, that's the best looking bread I've seen in a Bethesda game. There's some voiceover going on here. So I wonder, looks like you've got ship travel. Or this is a big lie. And it looks like they're planning 11/11/22 for the release. Didn't really show a whole lot of what the game's about, but at least it exists, I guess. Now you can get the entire mainline Yakuza series. Apparently on Game Pass. including the new one. You know, Like a Dragon just is exactly the type of bonkers game that I'm kind of interested in. And it's good that it's being promoted here, because I don't think it really got a lot of due in earlier conferences. Game Pass is increasingly becoming like the way to go. No, it's Psychonauts 2. I haven't seen this game in forever. I think that we finally have the technology to actually render this game, and they've taken the time to actually make sure that it plays well. That was the biggest issue with the original Psychonauts, is that the hardware really couldn't handle it very well. So it was a little bit choppy. But now they got Microsoft money on top of all that Fig money. It looks great. It finally is kind of capturing, I think, what they originally wanted to go for way back when. I wonder if they will remaster the original game at some point. Very colorful, though. It's nice to see a colorful game in this. But I expect that it's now a console exclusive, because Microsoft owns Double Fine. This is adorable. It's goofy. I like it. This reminds me of a game. I wonder if it's a spin-off from it. Oh, Gang Beast, I think was what it was called. I'm laughing because this is adorable. Because it's incredibly cartoony, which is good because it needed to be. Party animals. That looks a lot like Gang Beasts, which is not a downer at all. That actually looked quite a bit fun, and I was laughing. Well, hello, Hades. You know, the benefit to Microsoft buying Bethesda is that we don't have a Bethesda conference on top of the Microsoft conference. This is an interesting looking game. I don't have any idea what it is, but it's certainly establishing a mood. Oh, this looks like Inside. This looks a lot like an Inside type of game. this is interesting, whatever this game is. Somerville. I don't remember the name of the devs that make Inside, but that was very Inside influenced. Cool. You know what I don't care about? Halo Infinite. Sorry. If you were here for a Halo Infinite reaction, you're in the wrong place. But it's coming out this holiday season, so that's big. That needed to come out for Microsoft, so yay for them. But I don't care. This is a Blizzard game, so I'm assuming this is the Diablo 2 remake? And the reason I say that is because I saw Diablo 2 did have something happen earlier, and that is coming to the Switch as well. I don't really like Activision Blizzard. It looks medieval. Focus! I don't recognize a Zobo Entertainment off the top of my head, but I'm getting some Plague Tale vibes from this. And I think I was right to think so. That's a game I would love to see come to another console that I could play it on, is the original one. This looks a little bit more action-y. I wonder if it's the same character. If this is not a sequel to that game, they are ripping it off. It is a sequel to that game. Okay. Cool. It's got a cute logo and really delightful music. Boy, this is a stark contrast from Far Cry 6. This is adorable. What is this? Oh, you're a slime. Oh, no you're not. So it looks like you absorb enemies. And you shoot them back out. And you put them in cages. And then you feed them? Interesting. I'm glad this wasn't a dark game like I initially thought it might be. Slime Rancher. 2. Okay, I thought I heard a Slime Rancher before. Adorable. I like that. Boy, we could use some more games like that showing up in this. Alright, what's next? Ooh, this game's got a pixelated look. You're on the run. Oh, the art style in this is pretty strong. I want to say I've heard of Sad Cat Studios before, but I don't know from what. But the sprite work is on point. Very, very moody music in the background that you can't hear, unfortunately. not afraid of some violence. This game looks pretty cool. I love games that have that type of fluidity in their combat. I wouldn't mind seeing that come to Switch. Alright. I'm assuming this might be... Nope, there's actually dialogue, because I was about to say, is this Flight Simulator? Oh, I wonder if this is an Age of Empires game. Please be an Age of Empires game. Yes, I think it's an Age of Empires game. I really like the Age of Empires series, particularly Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology was my jam. I like it a little bit more than just the regular old Age of Empires, but I will be excited for Age of Empires anything being a Microsoft thing. And it looks like they're bringing like legendary historical figures as lead characters, taking a page from Civilization, maybe? Yes! We needed a new Age of Empires game. This looks great. This looks great. That looks great. They remembered it. They remembered they have a series. Looks like it's PC only as of right now, though. But that looked great. That's the most exciting thing I've seen yet. That's a big thing. The voiceover on this is hilarious, so it's making me wonder what this game is. I love this voiceover. That wah sound. I wish you could hear this. Watch whatever this game's trailer is when you're done. It's the Outer Worlds. Of course it is. I wonder if it's now an Xbox exclusive thing. Probably. Watch this trailer. Watch this trailer without me. That was hilarious. And I bet that's an Xbox exclusive thing because they own Obsidian now. Obsidian. This is a brand new thing for them, and it is an Xbox exclusive because of course it is. So this can be played solo or with other people, whatever it is. Whatever this is, it looks pretty good. It's got vampires in it. I do like the dialogue. It's nice. It's cute. Whatever this game is, it's pretty neat looking. I'm just sitting here, like, enjoying the trailer. Arcane's got really good character designs. There was a lot of gun noises just now. I always appreciate the student loan jokes. Redfall. So this is an entirely new thing. So let's talk about the two conferences. Square-Enix was a disappointment on so many levels for me. Life is Strange, Before the Storm. I think that's the new one. I don't remember. That looks great. I'm still excited about that game. They fumbled that Final Fantasy remaster set by only having it on Steam and mobile. I was just talking about it briefly on a Discord, and they're just trying to capitalize on people on the go, which is kind of what they've done. And generally speaking, they have slowly ported them actually over. But it's just annoying because it's like that's one thing people have wanted is the Final Fantasy games on consoles, the old ones. And didn't even really get a great look at it either. Outside of that, there was a lot on Guardians of the Galaxy, which it's a shame that Square Enix has basically relegated their North American teams to making Marvel games. Because there was a lot on that, and there was a lot on the Avengers. And while Guardians looks better, I'm not enthusiastic to go play as Star-Lord. I'm sorry. He's not my favorite Marvel character. Gamora, I would have been a little bit more interested in. But I don't really care to play a cocky, flirty white dude anymore. So probably not gonna pick that up. The Neo-esque Final Fantasy game looks cool, but I don't care, unfortunately. Babylon's Fall looked pretty, but I'm not interested in playing it. Yeah, they're just very little for this person right here, and no Chrono Trigger on console. Square. Yeah, there just wasn't a whole lot of retro stuff in here. We got a brief little taste of the hand-drawn intro for Legend of Mana, and then the Final Fantasy stuff, and that was it. So, if you were hoping for that Ogre Battle Revival or Chrono Trigger coming somewhere, it wasn't going to be that. So, Nintendo. Ball's in your court now. I'm giving that a D. I'm giving it a D because it had extremely long coverage on their Marvel stuff that I'm not interested in playing, and they yanked the rug out with the Final Fantasy ports that they're doing, and there was nothing else beyond the Life is Strange stuff that caught my attention. So that's a D, and I was second most hyped for the Square Enix conference, so that's a bummer. I'm giving Microsoft a solid C on theirs, because I actually got genuinely excited about a few things. Age of Empires 4, how cool is that? Microsoft remembered it owned the strategy RPG franchise that was very successful, and decided, oh, let's not remake the old ones, let's make a new one. It looks great. It looks really good. Redfall looks good. I enjoyed that trailer quite a bit. I also was laughing a lot at the Outer Worlds 2 trailer. You didn't see any gameplay of it, but I was laughing a lot at it. Psychonauts 2 looks good. Starfield had a good first impression, but no gameplay. Yeah. It was pretty in the middle of the road for me. As you can tell by my shirt choice, which is continually folding up as I move my arms around, the game I wanted to see did not show itself today. But that's okay. At least there was something from Rare. It wasn't the Rare IP that I wanted, but so yeah, we'll see how those two things go. I'll probably just watch Good Vibes Gaming, watch the Future Game Show, and at the very least I'll get to listen to them poke fun at everything. But that is my review of the Sunday conferences. I think Microsoft did what they needed to do, because they were Game Pass. And Oyuden Chronicles was there. I temporarily forgot it was in the Xbox showcase, because I watched it beforehand. That game looks awesome. Oh yeah, there was your like hype moment so far out of this conference, because I paid good money for that. And it looks so good, and I'm loving what I'm seeing with the animation. So you'll just have to wait until after Nintendo's stuff on Tuesday, probably Bandai Namco, although I don't know if I'm going to record that. So tomorrow I'm at work, so I don't really know if I'm going to record a whole lot. The only thing that I'm personally deeply invested in is Capcom and 2K, and I don't remember how long they are. So probably just for ease, just let those be without much editing, just so I can get them up before the end of the day, because I'm gonna get off work at 5:30. Have to watch both of those. I might, if one of them's earlier, I'll try to catch it on my lunch, but generally speaking, I'm probably not going to have time during work to watch it. So, we'll do that afterwards and try to shove it all together and get that video rendered and up before Tuesday. And then we have the Nintendo Direct on Tuesday, and that's going to be the Excite, because that's my console of choice is the Switch, and I'm curious to see what Nintendo does. And then Bandai Namco is also on Tuesday, but I'm not I'll have to think about recording that. I'm not sure. So today was alright. I still am giving the edge to Guerrilla Collective for the best show so far, by a long shot. Wholesome Direct was also pretty good yesterday too. Thank you for watching. We'll check in tomorrow and see what the dealio is with Capcom and 2K, and if anything actually happens at the Future Game Show that's worthwhile. So I'll see you then. Take care.